Of course, to remove a Chief Justice, it would require a tribunal chaired by Speaker of the National Assembly eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
You wanted to...
Yes, I wanted to interject because of my friend's wrong reference to me as naive.
Well, I apologize for
naive
that.
must be farthest from the truth, because what I would say is actually that his argument is very ignorant of Article 168 of the Constitution. Article 18, which stipulates how a judge may be removed of Superior Court, may be removed from the office. And his argument, yes, I do agree there is politicization of the matter, and I have indicated that, that the challenge we might be having now is politicization and reading in between the lines, reading beyond what the script is saying. Because if a strong individual like Nelson Harvey, who is a seasoned lawyer, presents a petition, do you honestly want to believe that he does not understand what he's doing and that he's actually being used to present that petition? If it's an ordinary Kenyan, and I'm not saying an ordinary Kenyan doesn't have average intelligence, because they do have average intelligence. If it's if it's a person who is not at the level of Nelson Harvey presenting that petition, you look at the profile of the person presenting the petition, and you see that the person who is even presenting the petition can't even read or write, has even been written down for, though you could also have such a petitioner, and as a strong petitioner who actually does not have the ability to read and write, but they need help in the reading and writing. Do you want to tell me that that petitioner, like Nelson Harvey, does not understand what he's doing when he presents a petition? Yes, he does. I also admit that, yes, now the issue has been politicized. Politicized to the extent that when we see the president being told you cannot step in Meru if the CJ is removed, there are two issues here, and I want to separate the two. First, the matter is in court, so we comment only on the political part of it. I believe the process that has been initiated against the whole bench, against the whole of Supreme Court, is faulty. It's erroneous and faulty, in the sense that even under the Constitution does not envisage removal of a bench. Like, you cannot remove six judges together. It envisages removal of a judge at a time. Each judge is given their own opportunity to defend themselves, to present their case, and a petition is made against specific judges. What do we have? The petition that has been presented is to wipe away, scrape off the Supreme Court. So are we looking at the institution? The person who is petitioning for removal of a whole Supreme Court, are they interested in amending the Constitution so that you don't have a Supreme Court? Or what is the motive driving that petition? So let me be clear on those two. But on the politicization, so that I am clear that I think the process being used is wrong, to say that the CJ and the Supreme Court judges should be removed. On the part of the politicization, that the president is the one who wants to remove, it would only come if does he have a function in the removal? That's the first question you ask. Does the president have a function in the removal? If I'm seated as JSC, having the mandate as a commissioner to look through the removal of even a judge, I myself, competent enough as a commissioner, would use my competence to say whether this judge should be removed or this judge should not be removed. Nobody should fail to do their duty, by the way, and state officers and public officers need to be very cautious. Nobody should fail to do their rightful duty and then ride behind politics that I have done this bad action because I was told by Sam Gituku to do that bad action. Do you not have your own feet and your own teeth? But let me ask you,
because the judges have petitioned the High Court to stop the process at the Judicial Service Commission, where does that sit? Because, like you're saying, JSC should be given the opportunity to consider the petitions on their own merit, but now they're going ahead to challenge the same work before the High Court. What happens?
I think if somebody wants to remove you from your job today as an anchor, it is your right to challenge if you feel it is being done wrongly and the due process is not being followed, or if you feel it's driven by malice, that you've done so well in Citizen that maybe even people are feeling jealous, so they want to remove you from that position. It is your right to defend yourself. So for me, I would say If the CJ and the judges feel they are wrongfully being pushed through a process, it is their right to go to court. And they are
is that avenue available to politicians?
Yes. Why not? And politician in which respect?
If they are being impeached, for instance.
Of course, you know very well that somebody like Governor Kawira Mwangaza, after impeachment was done in Senate and completed.
But
how is she back in office?
Former DP Gachagua, the courts never give orders to stop.
I cannot answer for the former DP, because I cannot answer for the court in the way they are handling that case, because they need to take accountability as an institution themselves. For instance, if the former DP feels that the court have not treated him correctly or properly, there are avenues available, just like there are avenues available to the Supreme Court judges. Same avenues available to go to the same court and tell the judiciary, as the neutral arbiter within this institution, look at my case and tell me why I am being removed or impeached this way. It is their right. And it's only judiciary that can answer that question. I wouldn't answer for
Senator
them.
Manzo, I mean,